Welcome back to Investing Talk podcast. Today, we're going to unpack the current situation with Boeing. We've got a bunch of recent info news, financials, analyst takes to really get you the key insights.
Yeah, our goal here is to give you a clear picture of where Boeing stands right now.
Wow.
What challenges they're up against, but also what opportunities might be ahead. We'll look at recent orders, their financial health, what the experts are thinking, but keep it pretty straightforward. Think of it as your shortcut to understanding what's really going on with this aerospace giant.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start with some positive news then. Boeing seems to have snagged a pretty big win with an order from China Airlines for the 777X rate, both passenger and freighter models. That was announced back in May.
That's right. And this order, it's strategically quite important. The 777X is their, top of the line wide body. China Airlines picking it and pointing out the fuel efficiency and range improvements. Well, that's like a big vote of confidence for that particular plane in a tough market. This win could potentially help bring in more international wide body orders. And those are really vital for Boeing's long-term plan.
That definitely sounds like a significant step. Okay, and then looking at their Q1 2025 earnings, there's more detail there too. Revenue was up quite a bit, 18% compared to last year, around $19.5 billion.
Right. And if you look at the bigger picture, that revenue growth, it does point towards a recovery trend. We're also seeing things get a bit better on the profit side, although they're not quite making money yet. The GAAP operating loss per share, it got smaller, went from 56 down to TMT 16s. And the core operating earnings per share also improved, though still negative at 49 cents.
Just quickly, GAAP.
Oh, right. Generally accepted accounting principles. So that's the loss per share by standard rules, includes everything. Core earnings often take out one-time things to show the ongoing business performance better.
Got it. So still a loss, but heading in the right direction, smaller losses. And their operating cash flow, that changed too, from a $3.4 billion outflow to $1.6 billion outflow. That sounds like better momentum.
It's definitely encouraging, yeah. Suggests things are running a bit more efficiently. We also saw them, slowly increase production rates for the 737 during Q1. That's their big seller.
Yes, the 737. The report mentioned they're aiming for 38 units a month by the end of 2025. Increasing production like that, it must ripple through to the market, right?
Oh, absolutely. If you look at the stock price, we saw that bump of optimism. Shares got near $250 back in early March, but then they kind of settled back into the $185, $195 range more recently in early May.
So that initial excitement cooled off a bit.
Well, I think while the Q1 results showed those operational steps forward we talked about, the fact they're still reporting losses probably, put a damper on some of that immediate investor hype.
That makes sense. But I'm seeing analyst sentiment is still maybe cautiously optimistic. Some forecasts even pointing towards, $300 a share by year end? What's driving that view?
It seems like that caution mixed with optimism comes from the expectation that commercial air travel will keep bouncing back. Plus, Boeing's defense side is looking pretty strong. He's getting a boost from higher government defense spending globally, with all the geopolitical stuff going on.
And looking at the wider industry, it seems like conditions are generally getting better. Global air travel demand, I think IATA said it should hit pre-pandemic levels this year.
And that's huge. It's that pent-up demand finally getting unleashed. And like you said, the increased defense spending, that provides a really solid foundation for Boeing's defense work, leading to new contracts.
And it's not just about volume, is it? Travel and defense deals. There's also this big push for sustainability in aerospace.
Exactly. That's industry-wide. You see huge investments going to sustainable aviation fuels, SF, and designing more eco-friendly planes. Boeing's definitely involved in that whole movement.
Okay, so opportunities are there. But what about the main risks Boeing is juggling right now?
The big one is still their debt. Total liabilities are still over $60 billion. They're trying to chip away at it, but it's a heavy load. And while past tariffs seem kind of baked in now, ongoing trade tensions could always flare up and cause problems.
But on the flip side, the opportunities, they seem quite significant too. We mentioned the new orders, the production ramp up.
For sure. Getting big orders like that China Airlines one, it gives them more certainty about future income. And successfully getting more 737s off the line, that's key for sales volume and just overall efficiency. Plus, yeah, that higher defense spending around the world means a pretty healthy pipeline of potential contracts.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. What's the general vibe around Boeing? What are people saying online, for instance?
Well, looking at places like X and Reddit, the feeling seems pretty mixed, honestly. You definitely see positive reactions when new orders like the China Airlines one get announced. People seem confident in the planes themselves, the product pipeline.
Right. Good news gets good reactions. Makes sense.
But, there's still quite a bit of caution being voiced about the companies still being in the red, even with revenue going up. And you occasionally see these unverified rumors pop up about potential management changes or big strategy shifts. Always have to take those with a grain of salt, of course.
So the overall mood is sort of hopeful but wary, cautiously optimistic.
I think that's a fair way to put it. It kind of reflects the improving basics of the business, but acknowledges those big challenges that are still hanging around, especially that debt.
Let's dig just a little deeper into the financials then. We touched on revenue up, EPS still negative, but improving. What else really stands out on the financial health front?
The debt-to-equity ratio is still something everyone's watching closely. Like we said, over $60 billion in liabilities is a major factor, and reducing that is a priority for them. Another key thing is free cash flow. It was still negative in Q1 2025, about $2.3 billion outflow. Negative free cash flow basically means they're spending more cash than they're bringing in from operations. It reflects, ongoing challenges in the investments they're making.
But they did make a pretty big move to shore up their finances, didn't they?
Yes, that's right. Selling off their digital aviation solutions division for, what was it, $10.55 billion?
Yeah.
That was definitely a significant step towards strengthening the balance sheet.
Okay, thinking about Boeing's place in the wider industry, what are their main competitive strengths?
Well, they've got obviously a very strong brand name. They have a huge portfolio of patents, protecting their technology. And in some areas, they do have cost advantages. But, and it's a big but, the competition from Airbus, especially in commercial planes, is incredibly intense.
Right, so market position-wise, they're a leader in defense and space, but more of a, let's say, strong competitor against Airbus in the commercial market.
That sums it up pretty well. Airbus has definitely made big inroads and gained market share there. And looking at what's driving growth for the whole sector, well, it's that air travel recovery we keep mentioning, the higher defense spending, and also this growing focus on sustainability, SF, and so on.
All of which bring opportunities, but also potential hurdles.
Exactly. The industry always faces risks, like unexpected regulatory changes, supply chain issues are always a potential headache. It's so complex globally. And, of course, geopolitical tensions can mess with demand and production.
Lastly, let's talk management and the outlook. David Calhoun took over as CEO back in January 2020, right?
Correct. And his time has really been about steering the company through, well, a lot of turbulence, trying to improve how things run, rebuild trust with regulators, customers, the public. Looking ahead, Boeing's plan to keep pushing up that 737 production rate, that's seen as a really key potential positive driver for their future performance.
But those risks we talked about, they haven't gone away.
No, absolutely not. Rule changes, market shifts, global instability, those could all impact where things go. So based on everything we've looked at, the general view seems to be leaning towards more of a hold position for investors right now.
That seems logical. It acknowledges the recent improvements and the strategic moves they're making as positive signs, but it also keeps a clear eye on those persistent challenges and risks that are still very much in play. Anyone invested should definitely watch the upcoming earnings and how that production ramp-up actually progresses.
So what does all this really mean for you, trying to stay informed? It paints a picture of a company that is showing definite signs of recovery, locking in some important wins, but it's also still wrestling with significant financial pressures and has some ambitious operational goals to meet. And the aerospace industry itself, well, it's got some tailwinds, but also the potential for turbulence remains.
Which really brings up a key question, doesn't it? How well can Boeing balance pushing production to meet demand while also tackling that huge debt pile and just navigating this really complex global picture? It's definitely something to keep watching closely.
We hope this breakdown has given you a clearer perspective on Boeing's current situation. For, really detailed info, you can always check out official sources like Boeing's investor relations site or reliable financial news outlets.
And if you found this discussion helpful, please do subscribe, maybe give us a like and leave a comment. We'd love to know what other companies or sectors are you curious about. Let us know.